Okay, question on two fair dice are rolled. How many ways can you get a total of 4? We can do this in any number of ways. We can do a tree diagram, we can do a table, we could do a listing of the possible things that can happen when you roll 2 dice. The tree diagram is kind of cumbersome. I've written it out here, but it's kind of a mess, a little bit hard to read. I'll just point out what we're doing. We get a 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, or 6 on the first roll, on the first die. Then on the second die, we could get anything 1 through 6. So if there's 1 in the first die, your second could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. If there's a 2 in the first die, again, you could get 1 through 6 on the second die. What happens in the first die has nothing to do with what happens on the second. Of course, then we get 3, 1 through 6, 4, 1 through 6. By the time I get down here, I'm writing the stuff pretty small, but you should be able to understand what I'm doing. I'm just putting the numbers 1 through 6 off of each of these. Then, 1 and 1 gives you a total of 2. 1 and 2 gives you a total of 3. 1 and 3 gives you a total of 4, and so on. 1 and 6 gives you a total of 7. If you get 2 in the first die, then 1 on the first gives you 3. 2 on the 1 on the second gives you 3, 2 on the second would give you 4, and so forth, down to where 6 on the second would give you 8. 2 and 1 is 3, 2 and 6 is 8. We just get a pattern here. The totals that we get, if there's a 1 on the first die, go 2 through 7. If there's a 2 on the first die, you can get anything from 3 through 8. If there's a 3 on the first die, well, 3 and 1 is 4, 3 and 6 is 9. We can get the numbers 4 through 9. If there's a 4 on the first, we get 5 through 10. And the numbers are kind of running together here. They might be difficult to see on a video, and down here they get almost impossible. But we see that we've listed the possible totals. Down here on 6, we get 1 through 6 on the second die, giving us numbers 7 through 12 possible for the total. Okay, so how many ways are there to get 9? Well, we're not going to get 9 if we got a 1 on the first die. The most we could get is 7. If there's a 2 in the first die, the most we could get is 8. If there's a 3 on the first die, we can get 9 by getting a 6 on the second. We see a 9 here. That comes from 4 and 5. We see a 9 here. That comes from 5 and 4. And 5 and 4 is different than 4 and 5. We have the first die. We have the second die. Okay? 4 on the first, 5 on the second is a different occurrence than 5 on the first and 4 on the second. Anyhow, 6 and 3 gives us 9. So there are 4 ways to get 9. We see that there are 4 9s when we list the total on the tree diagram. A more compact, economical, and quicker way to list the possibilities, we do a table. The first die could be 1 through 6. The second die could be 1 through 6. If we get 1 and 1, that gives us 2. 1 and 2 gives us 3. 1 and 3 gives us 4. So if there's a 1 in the first die, again, we get the numbers 2 through 7, just as we did on the tree. But the notation there, the diagram is just a little more compact. If there's a 2 on the first die, then 2 and 1 gives us 3, down through 2 and 6 gives us 8. We have the numbers 3 through 8, just as we got on the tree here. And we list the rest of them accordingly. And on this list, we look at the occurrences of 9. Where do the occurrences of 9 where are the occurrences of 9 located on this table? Well, here, 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 and here. They make a nice line. It's very easy to identify them. Okay. Another alternative would have been to list the possibilities 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, which would correspond to 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6 on the tree, or the first row, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6 on the table. And then we could have 2, 1, 2, 2, and that'll go up through 2, 6. And then 3, 1 through 3, 6, and so forth. And we'll end up with 6, 1 up through 6, 6. And I'm not going to write them all in. It would be easy to write them. Probably a little quicker to write this than it would be to write the tree, but not as quick as it would be to write the table. And we could analyze this, and we could locate the 9s. 3, 6 would be one of them, and we would have, we haven't listed the row, but we'd have 4, 5 in the next row, and 5, 4 in the next row, and 6, 3 in the last row.